song says, we're gonna give him the glory. We're gonna give him the praise. Let's do it again. Let's do it again.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Jonathan McReynolds here. Another episode of the Book of Jon. I got my brother Brunis.
What up?
Y'all love him. I don't know that I do, but he's cool.
Wow.
I
love y'all. Don't know if I love John.
You so tit for tat, man. He's so petty.
Oh, man.
Why couldn't you just show love anyway?
Hey, man.
That's the Christian way.
Hey, I was following your lead.
Okay, that's fair too. But listen, I'm having kind of a odd day, and I think that it's probably best if I start this episode unpacking.
Lucy, I'm home!
All right, so now check this out. There is this young lady. She's a fan of mine. I think she's a fan. She sends me birthday presents every year. They are always the oddest presents. Like, she gets a kick out of trolling me on my birthday. Just the weirdest, oddest gifts. One time, I feel like she gave me a gift that was entirely based on candy corn, which is the most disgusting, at least looking, candy, and I don't think it tastes very good either. And so this year, and now she said this would be the last year that she did this. I don't know if she just feels like she's getting too old for this, or I'm getting too old for this, or if maybe she's going to turn her attentions to you, Brunis, and maybe she's going to start sending you birthday packages.
I actually like candy corn.
Oh, well, no. She's going to have a hard time trolling you. Because she's going to first have to find out what you don't like. What do you not like? And remember, this can and will be used against you.
Okay. I don't really do chocolate candy.
Wow. Are you trying to play the system?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, wow.
Because
How did we get there?
In that case, I don't do $100 bills. I don't do Thin Mints,
Why are
Girl
you
Scout
making fun of me,
cookies.
bro? I can't do dairy.
Oh, wow. Oh, well, yeah.
I can't do
There you
dairy,
go.
man.
Y'all got it. You know, if you want to,
Lactose.
troll Brunis
Lactose,
and
man.
possibly send him to the hospital, send him a whole bunch of milk or ice cream or something. I don't know. But either way, there's this young lady. I think her name is Takaya. She lives, I don't know where she lives, but she sends these gifts, these packages, and they're always elaborate. She always puts a lot of intention in them. A lot of planning and execution and art and creativity. She puts it all in there, but all for a very terrible cause. So this morning, I haven't been in LA in a minute, and I have a P.O. box here. And so Brittany came, she went to the P.O. box and found a few more birthday gifts I have not opened. And one of them included this lady's gift. That's why my day hasn't started off well.
How did she find your address?
Well, I put out my P.O. box for people to send birthday.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
So that's
Nice.
it's an annual tradition. I ain't got no problem with it, and so I'm actually honored. It's really fun. Sometimes I get really good stuff. I get basketballs with my name on it, or
that's
something
awesome.
really. Sometimes really cool clothes.
They never show up to the P.O. box?
They have not, and that would be a really. Are they gonna just sit there
What
forever?
Hey, I just figured out the perfect gift for John's birthday.
What's that?
Show up to his P.O. box.
I mean, you gonna be sitting there waiting the whole day, and then I'm never gonna show up. It's gonna be Brittany, maybe at the best. That's why y'all need to send him some ice cream, and some dairy. Anyway, so I woke up, and here's the first gift. So what she always does is she gives me gifts, and then she tells me which order to open them up in, because she has a certain level of planning for me to kind of come across these things.
Have you ever seen her?
I've never seen her. I don't think.
You
Maybe
don't know
I
what
have.
she looks like?
Well, no, I've seen her maybe on Instagram or something like that. But yeah, I don't know that I've ever met her. Okay. But either way, she says, since this is my last year being petty and giving you gifts, maybe the Lord has delivered her. I decided to go out with a bang. LOL, may this batch of birthday gifts be the worst of them all. He. This is what she said.
Wow.
So she created this book. She created this. It is called Johnny and the Amazing Potato. This can't make this up. Dedicated to John, keep holding on, Spud. Sooner or tater, it'll turn in your favor. This is next level.
Yo,
Potato, smash.
Who is this lady?
Potato not ready. Potato make Johnny mad. You guys didn't think we were gonna start? This is real. There's more to it. It gets worse. Potato, eat. Story time with Uncle Johnny. Potato not ready. Potato make Johnny weep.
Oh my God.
Is that supposed to rhyme? Yeah, I think it's supposed to rhyme. Potato, little, big, or small. Baked, fried, or grilled, Johnny loves them all. Potato, Johnny craves you all day long. Potato so good, Johnny's gonna write you a song. This is fantastic. No more potatoes, Johnny, don't cry. Look at how sad I am. Potato loves you forever and will never leave your side.
Wow.
The end. This was just gift number 1.
Do you like potatoes?
I actually like potatoes, but I don't think more than the average person. I like mashed potatoes and fries and,
Wow.
scalloped potatoes and potato chips.
Yeah.
Tater tots, hash browns,
Okay.
home
Yeah.
fries.
All right.
Maybe I do like potatoes. I just
Maybe
didn't
you
know.
do
but-
like potatoes. I was trying to figure out how does she know you like potatoes so much?
I have no idea. It's just out there.
Johnny,
Google me.
don't cry.
Johnny, that's the best line. Potato, Johnny craves you all day long. Potato so good, Johnny's gonna write you a song.
Wow.
Unbelievable. And so that was just gift number 1. Here's gift number 2. She provided a nice little jewelry box here. I'm thinking this could be good. No, it's not. It's just a keychain that says Johnny's Amazing Potato. LOL.
Like, are you sure?
That this is not a tracking device? Not sure. But anyway, I'll give it to you.
Where's potato coming from?
I don't know. Where did candy corn come from? She just gets inspired.
Does she? So when she sends the candy corns, like, is there a bunch of things related to the candy corn?
It was similar to what's happening right now. Her creativity and her persistence knows no bounds. And I mean, like, she has laminated this. She has spiraled it, whatever you want to call it. This is clearly a printed
She
keychain.
spent money on this.
Spent money and time and intention, unless she has all these machines
So
and
what
stuff
do
at
you
home.
do with all this, Johnny?
I mean, first of all, I present it, okay, and I think I at least keep one piece of it because it's pretty.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So
The
what do you do with
nerd in me says you do something with it. You got to keep something.
Yeah. What do you do with the rest, Johnny?
What are you supposed to do with this? Now, this book, I might keep this book. This is the most ridiculous thing
That's your
ever.
potato book.
Yes, Johnny and
You
his
didn't get a
amazing
candy
potato.
corn book?
I can't remember what I got about the candy corn. I think there was like a mug or something. Yeah, I can't remember.
That's useful.
But either way, here's number 3. This is
Wow.
the kicker, Doc. This is really where it starts to take a turn. Johnny's potato doll. Yeah. No, get in there, guys. Get in there. Johnny's potato doll.
I've got to meet this lady. She's incredible.
She's fantastic.
She's incredible. You're a potato.
My head is on a potato that is thankfully not a real potato, but there's even a violin in there that I'm assuming that she kind of was making a guitar. It's like
Is
a
she
cello.
saying you look like a potato?
I don't think she's trying to say that. I think she's
That's
just,
kind of offensive.
I mean, that's
Like, why would she put your face on the potato?
Because this is the Johnny's Potato Doll. She even has an ad for it at the bottom, like a little picture of Johnny's Potato Doll with a mic stand and guitar. This is next level. This is next level. There are Smurfs, and then there's Johnny's Potato Doll. You want it?
No, I don't want it.
We're going to.
It's yours.
We're gonna probably pray.
That is crazy.
Over that one. It's a little scary. But and if that wasn't good enough, with it comes accessories
to dress up.
To dress up said doll. You know what? Should I take it out and actually? Because I mean, what we have is she has a basketball potato costume.
Well, she knows you like basketball.
Yeah, and so she has the basketball and the trophy and the jersey. And then a quote that says, he's the greatest gospel singing, basketball playing potato ever.
So I was with you until the potato.
Well, it's all about potato. And I'm glad you were with me the whole time. I'm glad that I have proven to you that I am the greatest gospel singing basketball player. We're not going to get into that today, but at least she was very accurate.
I've heard you say it. That's why I'm like, oh, wow, she wrote it down.
Well, I mean, you've also seen me prove it. So,
All right.
Yeah.
You're a potato.
Either way. And then there's an airport potato costume. Potato Johnny says, if you see me at the airport, leave me alone. That's what Potato Johnny says. Comes with a Mensa Minds book and a Life of a Potato Volume 1.
That is...
She went to Michael's or Hobby Lobby, and she got in there and said and did all this and then repackaged it. This looks like it's new and unpackaged. She got in there.
That's just crazy.
That's incredible. And then lastly, this doesn't seem to really have much to do with potatoes, but these are sour pickle balls. Sour. Take it, Brunis.
What is that?
I don't know, but if you eat it,
seasoned with a little kick.
If you eat one of these, I will give you $50.
You got to eat one too.
I don't really want to.
Yeah.
It says say no to drugs. Cucumbers, water, vinegar, salt. I mean, I guess it could just taste like a pickle. And pickles are okay. Just
are you ready?
Maybe not in candy form. Oh, hey, this is not good.
If you throw it out, you owe me $100. If I throw it out,
you owe me $100.
I owe you $100.
Okay.
And if none of us throw it out, it's even.
It seems like there's some tahini on it.
Yeah. Like, man. Oh, you gotta eat the whole thing, dude. You gotta eat the whole thing. Oh, it's sour.
Water?
No water. No water. You gotta wait till you're done. No water.
I'm out.
Mm-mm.
I ate it.
You're not. You're still chewing.
I'm not.
Mm-mm. You're still chewing. Mm-mm. You're still gone.
I ain't got nothing in here except what's in my teeth.
Oh, my God.
There's water right there. Oh.
What is... I'm sweating.
Let's see how the show goes tonight.
That was just salt.
It was just nasty. Oh.
My teeth green?
Your tongue is.
Why would you have us do that?
I don't know. Makes for good television. Oh, that was really disgusting.
Yeah, that was...
Yeah, I mean, there was nothing good about it. Texture, taste, nothing.
Why did she pick that?
I don't know. Who made them and why? She's probably watching and saying, "You're not supposed to eat those."
She's probably looking at us and saying,
What an idiot!
"You guys are idiots."
Yeah. Either way, I fully unpacked Johnny's potato doll. Let me leave you with these inspiring words. Potato, potato, potato smash. Potato not ready. Potato make Johnny mad. Potato, potato, potato eat. Potato not ready. Potato make Johnny weep. Potato, potato, little big or small. Baked, fried, or grilled, Johnny loves them all. Potato, potato, Johnny craves you all day long. Potato so good, Johnny's gonna write a song. No more potatoes, Johnny, don't cry. Potato loves you forever and will never leave your side. This is disgusting. It's still in my. It's still in there. We need a break.
I feel it like in my chest.
All right, we're back. I'm trying to eat some Thin Mints to get the taste out of my mouth. It's kind of still there. It's not one of the smartest things I've done. I need a pick-me-up. I need some proof that I'm not as dumb as I feel. I think it's time to prove my genius.
Like, did she want us to feel this way after eating this?
I don't know. I think she probably didn't think I would do it. And I didn't think I would do it either.
And you made me join you.
I'm sorry about that. You know, I want you to be able to trust me as a leader, you know, just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Far from it right now.
I'm sorry about that, man.
Jeez.
Yeah. Man.
Like, I'm confused why they even sell that. That
made them. That's what I'm saying. Like, why?
Like, for real.
Give me
That's
like a knife, because these Thin Mints are stuck together.
Don't know why we even tried.
My goodness, me neither. That was one of the dumbest things I've ever done.
Yeah. Wasn't worth the money. But what is this worth? Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
What popular traditional gospel song was written by a slave ship's captain and was originally played only on the black keys of the piano?
I knew this.
I have a
It's
hint.
Amazing Grace.
Do you want the hint or not?
What's the hint?
It says it was played in C sharp. Oh, it said often played in F sharp as well.
Oh, so it's 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. Oh, so we still in there.
Yeah.
5, 6, 1, 3, 1, 3.
That's cheating.
2, 1.
That's cheating. You can't do that.
6, 5.
You can't do that.
5, 6, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 5.
For people,
3, 5.
for people who have no idea what you're doing right now, would you explain to them what's happening?
Okay, so if it's in F sharp and it's only using black keys, then it's only using if in the F sharp scale, that would be the 1 do. I don't know what key I'm in right now, but let's just act like this is F sharp. Do, and then re, that's 2, mi, that's 3, and then 5, which is sol, 5, and 6. So anyway, I'm pretty sure that I've seen somewhere that Amazing Grace is in that key or uses those particular notes. And it's I didn't know if it was created that way, but it's very convenient that you only have to use the black keys. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with Amazing Grace.
Final answer.
Final.
Can you not eat during the show?
I'm gonna get my mom.
So unprofessional. We can't even have a conversation. Now I have to wait.
You can go. Tell them I'm right.
Is that your final answer?
It's my
Bro,
final
it's
answer.
Extremely rude for you to talk with food in your mouth.
I'm sorry, bro.
It's the right answer.
Thank you. 3, 1, 6, 5, 6, 1, 1.
I have another question for you.
Okay.
What unusual gift did King Herod promise his daughter for her birthday? By the way, this is the last question. So if you get it wrong,
What's the last question? We didn't even get 3 questions up in this mug?
it's 2 questions right now. And if you get it right, then you get a third. But if you get it wrong, that means you get a 50% on the test, which is an F.
That means
ultimate.
no sense. I mean, that makes no sense.
Like, I think that's how we should do it now.
How?
You only get another question if you get it right.
That makes no sense.
And if you get it wrong, that just means you're not a genius for the day.
Whatever. I don't remember, but I feel like it was gory. I feel
What
like
is that?
I feel like it was like the head of somebody they killed or something.
You said gory or glory?
Gory.
Gory.
Like gory, blood and gore.
Mm.
Like I really don't know the answer to this, but for some reason, it feels like it was something like that. Like, I'll give you the head of this Messiah or something. I don't know. Or the head of I don't know. I feel like it was somebody's head. And this is one of those things. This is like a backboard shot. You know, if it goes in, cool. But if you miss a backboard shot, it looks really ugly. And so that's where I'm at right here. Like,
Okay.
my answer being the head of some dead man. This could look really bad. But I'm going to go with the head of some dead person. Some dead man.
Of who?
I'm going to assume like King Herod, he obviously was looking for Jesus this whole time, or looking for the Messiah, and, you know, trying to make sure that he didn't become the king. So I'm just going to say, I promise you the head of this Messiah guy for your birthday or for whatever.
Who is Messiah guy?
Well, he doesn't know the name. Well, does he know the name? I can't remember if he knew the name of Jesus yet. I think they were just looking.
I have a name.
Okay. Let's just go with Jesus. The head of Jesus.
The head of Jesus.
Yeah, I feel like it was something gory like that. That's what I think I remember. These are good.
Bro.
Let's normalize eating. Like a mukbang. What do they call it? They call it something like that. It's a YouTube thing.
It's very unprofessional for you to eat.
Okay, Bruno, just tell me the answer, man.
Okay. The answer is the head of John the Baptist.
That was close.
Got it
I
wrong.
was close. I was close, though.
Should have thought of yourself.
The head of John on the Book of Jon.
Yeah.
But either way, okay. All right. Fair. I still was halfway. Right.
Start with the number of total mittens lost by 3 kittens and multiply by the voting age in the U.S. What's the number?
What's the voting age?
You tell me, John.
I feel like 2008 was the first time I voted. And I would have just turned like 18. So I'm assuming that the voting age is 18. 18 times the number of mittens lost by 3 kittens. Is that what you said?
Start with the number of total mittens lost by 3 kittens and multiply by the voting age in the U.S. What's the answer?
The total mittens lost by 3 kittens. I mean, they have 12 feet amongst 3 kittens. 12 times 18. 6 1 9 6, and then we got a 2, and then 1. We got a 1.
What is
We
that?
got a 2 1 6. I'm gonna go with 216. Final answer.
Right now, you're sitting at 50%.
I mean, really 75 because I got half of the answer right. I hit the backboard pretty good, and then the rim. So it's not like
you hit the backboard like bang.
No, I hit the backboard and the rim. The head of that's close.
That's true.
Who's
We'll give you 65%.
okay?
And the answer is 216. Period. 3 kittens.
Thank you.
At 4 mittens.
They just gave
each.
the explanation
No,
for how
that-
to arrive at that answer,
It
Bruno.
did not say explanation. It says answer. 216. 3 kittens at 4 mittens each equals 12
OMG.
times
Segment
18.
over. I was reading a lot of the things that what people were saying they wanted us to talk about on this podcast. One of the things they wanted us to talk about was artists. Now, you know I have a label, Life Room label. We've only signed one artist. Heck of a sign, though.
Yeah.
Name is Dope.
Dope.
3 Grammy nominations on the first one. 2 #1 radio singles on the first record. Killing it on the second one already. Holy Hands and all that stuff tastes disgusting. But either way, she's been killing it.
Yeah.
And it's about time that we've, as a label, as producers, as, you know, all of the things that go into it, I think we've shown ourselves worthy with her success to go ahead and expand. And let's get another person on here. Maybe even 2. And I think it's really important because there are a lot of up-and-coming artists, a lot of artists that want to do this that really need to know from 2 guys who are in the industry, and we've been in there long enough,
Yeah.
but we're also still young and a part of kind of the younger generation when it comes to this gospel Christian world. What are we looking for? What is looked for right now in an artist? Now I'm gonna let you go first because I kind of have my artist opinions, but I think I want to answer it from my executive throne. But you are a musician, you are a songwriter, you tour, you produce, you arrange. You've seen people respond to artists or not respond to them.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen God, heaven, respond to some and not respond to others. So I just need you to tell me what you think it takes for an artist right now in 2024.
Man, it's a tough question. I think the first thing that I would look for is what makes them different from everyone else.
Mm.
And that could be anything from their pen to how they sing, how they deliver. Can they play an instrument? What separates you from the person right next to you?
Yeah, I mean, and I honestly, I think that, you know, in all music, and I'm not about to like just beat up gospel because it's everywhere.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the same happening.
For
It's
sure.
kind of like, I'm not gonna mention who they are, but like there's like 4 or 5 like R&B ladies that they all are the same to me. Like I can't even.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, who sings that
Yeah.
and who sings that? It was kind of like.
Sounds the same.
Remember that the days when we just said Avril Lavigne said she sung all of those things and was really like Michelle Branch or somebody else. It's like, Avril Lavigne was the whole thing. She was the whole movement. But it's kind of like that. And I just feel like, man, even in gospel, obviously, there's a lot of the same happening. A
Yep.
lot of like, okay, another worship leader.
Yep.
And that's cool, but not.
We have it already.
We have so many and so many great ones. I
Yeah.
mean, we have Chan, we have Trav, we have Tasha, we have all these people are just
Naomi,
tied.
We have all of them.
We have tied, 2 ties. We got 2 ties. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think, especially in the worship leading space, which is one that you deal with a lot?
Mm-hmm.
What would make anybody different? What's a separator at this point? Because for a lot of people, especially from far away, And even from where I sit, it all sounds about the same.
Yeah. I think it's a huge part of it for me is flow. What's your vocabulary as well? Your ad libs, your placement. And I think tone is also a big part of it too. Like,
That's
what's
fair.
your voice sound like, and what's your approach like? Because you know what, you are right. I think there's a lot of people who's tried to take the Chandler Moore approach, Naomi approach, Tasha. Like
Naomi's another one too.
yeah, we have that already.
Right.
Like, we don't want to. Oh, this sounds like Chandler. This sounds like something he would do. You know what I mean?
Well, then
I
give
think-
him that song.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like create your own lane or your own way of doing it. That way people can look up to you and be like, yo, I want to be like him. I want to be like her. I think that's something in the Christian space that I look at is like delivery. What's your approach? Even to a song that Chandler sings, what's your approach to that? Are you approaching it like him, or are you approaching a new and it'd be like, who's that person? Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy. I've heard that song. I've never heard that song like that before.
Exactly. And I think that's tough for people because one, we're asking them to identify something different about themselves and to lean into it.
Mm-hmm.
And there might be a lot of people that don't have anything incredibly different. So then what do you tell them?
I think they gotta have at least one thing that's different.
Find something. There's got to be something.
Because I think you choose how you deliver a song.
Mm-hmm.
Even one of your songs, like if you take Cycles or whatever, Moving On, you're like, oh, I did it this way today. I want to change it completely how I approach it.
Mm-hmm.
And that could be like, the person's like, I didn't hear that on the record, or I didn't even know that was possible with that song.
Mm-hmm.
That's you choosing to do that. I think everyone has a choice. And I think it's to what you said. You're asking them to be them and no one else.
And that is the toughest part that I don't think people realize, because particularly and that's why, I do have like a deep-seated disdain for just the church and how they have shaped how church service, and that means pastors who are often not creative, who are often not musical, who are often very formulaic and very kind of stuck in the mud, and very butts in the seats focused. They've kind of limited what people feel like they can do, because it still has to have a certain sound, a certain congregational utility, and it has to fit in this space, and it can only use these particular instruments. You know what I'm saying? We don't have a harp at my
Right.
church, so I can't make a harp song. You know what I'm saying? I grew up Church of God in Christ. All we had was an organ, a piano, and drums. So I wasn't thinking in terms of bass and acoustic guitars
Right.
and all the other stuff. When I had to figure that out myself in my dorm room, just sitting there playing the guitar.
Yep.
And I think that all of those things, they really kind of diminish when we look at the end of it and we say, what's wrong with the industry, or what's wrong with artists? Why isn't there more innovation? Why isn't there more creativity? And I'm like, well, it starts at church.
Yeah.
It starts in the way a lot of leaders, I think, have kind of constricted what they want church to sound like. And it has to sound like that every Sunday.
Wow.
And so if you don't do that, then is there even room for you? And so in this generation, we're seeing a lot of people, a lot of artists come from places that aren't in church. That never
That's
happened.
crazy.
Church used to be
More
like
now than ever. You're
church
right.
used to be where not only gospel got its artists, but R&B got its artists,
Pop.
and rock and pop, and
Yep.
everybody got their
Country.
artists from church. Now, even gospel music, we're like, who's that dude way over there? Just he's sitting by himself. He hasn't left his bedroom
Yep.
in 4 years. Killing and being different and being weird. And we're like, we want to at least see what he has to offer.
Yep.
And I just think that that leaning into that weirdness is a scary thing, but it's so necessary.
Yeah.
And I mean, I again, I look at myself and I know that there's a certain weirdness and difference that I leaned into, whether it was intentional or very intentional. I mean, some of it had to do with guitar, some of it had to do with me scatting, some of it had to do with my voice that was already just genetically high or whatever. Some of it had to do with look and approach, and I would, in a world where everybody was trying to drive it and hype it up and up the volume, I said, shh, shh,
Quiet it down.
because I can't sing that loud, okay? This guitar ain't even properly hooked up. You ain't gonna hear nothing if you that loud. Just sit down, actually.
Yeah.
You know, I think, especially when I first started, I would be like, sit down, y'all making me nervous. Now I'm just joking. They're not necessarily making me any more nervous by standing up. But the whole point was, while everybody else is encouraging y'all to stand up, I want you to sit down. I want you just to listen. You don't have to sing along. I just want you to hear what's going on and be in a position that you are kind of more receptive and alert to what the little things that are happening here. And so I think all of those things are really important, man. And I would say that as an artist, like more from an executive space, because I've had a lot of people, a lot of talented people that I think are brilliant, artists that I think are brilliant, young people that I think are brilliant. And here are the things that trip them up. Do you have something to say? Like, I know that's difficult, and that you don't have to know everything about what you want to say, but do you have something to say? And I mean, that means, like for me, I realized very quickly, I've been in church for a long time. I play the organ. I understand church service. I can control and soundtrack church service. But what I don't do well or know well is just life. So I don't feel the need to make any more church music. I only want to make music that talks about life and me trying to figure it out as a new Christian.
Yeah.
And so at least I had that to say. Now, I didn't know that eventually I was going to write about cycles or I was going to write about people or write about details or anything else. I didn't know that, but I did have a certain starting point that felt like a burden that I wanted to deal with, address, go the other way with. Do you have a clear perspective? And by clear perspective, I mean, do you know what you're about to get into? And not all of it, but I just need you to know why. And there's a lot of artists when they ask me, do you want to be an artist? What they really they say, I want to be an artist, and what they're really saying is, I want to be rich, I want to be famous, I want to be successful,
I want to be known
as an artist. And that's not. I don't think that's a good spot. I don't like that. That gets me. That weirds me out, because that means that if you happen to put out a country song and it blew up, you would sing that. If you put out a worship song and it blew up, you would sing that.
Yeah.
If you put out a rap song and you was cussing everything out and that is what blew up, you would do that too. I don't like people that just want to be successful and that's it. You can do that in any other genre.
Yeah.
Don't do that in gospel, because you'll get this. First of all, it's not a lucrative enough space to even restrict your life so hard.
Yeah.
And so I just go do something else. You can be Christian, you can love the Lord. I think you can love the Lord and sing other genres of music. You watch what you're saying, but I mean, I think it comes from your heart. Whatever you are saying out there on that stage, make sure it's true to you.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Whether that is in country or in gospel or in pop or anything else. I think, we have great examples like the Tori Kellys of the world who do other genres, Samara Joy, who do other genres, and
kill it.
There's no doubt to me that they are believers. You know what I'm saying? And so you can do other things. Don't do this though, and just so you can be a star.
Yeah,
that's not smart to me. And then lastly, you got to be engaging. online and live.
That's good.
Because people can make good music
That's good.
in a corner,
That's really
but then
good.
when they get out to people, they're like, they're just boring. They don't know how to make people
Connect.
listen, connect. And so all that's really important. And you have to do that at the show, and you have to do that on Instagram or TikTok or wherever else. There's so many ways to do that now. You don't have to be like charming anymore.
Yeah.
Summer Walker and some of these people, they are known to just be introverts. They're known to be weird. Billie Eilish,
Yeah.
she leans into the fact that she's awkward in this situation. You know what I'm saying? And so many people, you don't have to be the quintessential Las Vegas entertainer.
Right.
You can do something that can engage a certain demographic. And I feel like as an artist, you should start finding that message and those people that could resonate with your message before you even think about approaching any kind of label or anything like that.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel.
No, that's really good. And it's true. The engagement part is, I think, what stands out. Because, I mean, the people got to like you. Not everyone will, but I'm saying, like, why am I going to watch Jonathan McReynolds? Why am I going to watch Israel Houghton or whatever? Can I relate to them? Can I relate to their song? Can I relate to their message? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I think a strong part of why people can relate to you guys is you guys haven't cheated your way. You guys have integrity, and the ladies too. And your message is clear, you know, and you can sustain when your why is just valid. Like, it's not, you're not out here trying to get rich or whatever. Like, this
is not the genre to try to get rich. I'm just letting y'all know right now. There's other ways to do it. I mean, if you just want to get rich, there's other ways to do it. I might even be able to share with you some of these ways. It's not just to go sing gospel. That's not the way to do it. If you want a nice middle class existence, gospel might get you there. But if y'all want to be rich, not so much.
Yeah.
Very, very few of us get to that place. And I think that what you end up sacrificing in the name of Jesus for the people, I just don't think it's worth it if you don't really mean it.
Wow.
Like, it means something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's real.
I'll be honest, when I first started, it's not that I had some incredibly close and vibrant relationship with God. I wanted to make music that was meaningful. That was my first thing. Like, I remember, I feel like when I was starting to write music, Justin Timberlake, this is so random, I feel like he had 2 singles on radio. I feel like it was Mirrors and something else. No, maybe I'm tripping, but it was some kind of, I think I'm getting my times mixed up, but there was something that was happening where a particular artist, he had a song and it was so huge, and then 6 months later, we didn't talk about it at all. It was like a huge record.
Wow.
And then in 6 months, pop moves on to the next thing. And so my first thing was, Lord, can you help me make meaningful music? So that was the first thing. It wasn't like, God, I just want to lead people to you. And I want people to feel what I feel when I'm in your presence. It wasn't even that from the start. And so I was just talking to Krista, who's Erica's daughter, and she's extremely talented. She's probably going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And so in moments where I get to talk to her, I just try, and she's just got to college, and she's just starting and doing her thing. I just kind of want to just throw in little seeds. Take your time. Everything is progressive. Everything is going to evolve. You start off with just a little bit of a idea of kind of what you want to do. Start with that. God can grow it. Time will grow it. Experience will grow it. So I don't need people to know everything. I don't need people to have the most lit relationship with God yet. But I do want you to have a certain heart for understanding what's meaningful and what's not, what's significant and what's not, what's good and what's not, what is useful for the kingdom and what's not, and what represents him well and what doesn't. That's what held me together while I'm still trying to figure out on this college campus, how to not be a slut basket. Okay. So I mean, at the end of the day, like that's the stuff that holds you through when you are, when you want to give this up, like, I don't feel like doing this, but I should probably represent the church well today. I don't want to.
Yeah.
But there has to be something else that kind of holds you there. I think that time is out for artists to just kind of hide behind their songs. Now you're going to be platformed, and it's time for you to accept the eyes.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm going to let that lead me to my unpopular opinion. We got to get out of here. My unpopular opinion, there are a lot of songs and there's a lot of prayers by worship leaders that I've heard in my lifetime. I don't know if like the Chans or Naomi's talk like this, but I knew when I first started, there was a lot of talk like this. I hated it. Well, I didn't hate it. It just something didn't make sense to me.
Right, yeah.
They would say things like, God, hide me. When I get on stage, don't let them see me. Let them see you. Now, I get it. That's a beautiful statement. We want people to see God.
Yeah.
Ultimately, that's the point of our lives.
Yeah.
It's to be the hands and feet of Jesus. Cool. But I also just felt like sometimes in those moments, it allowed people to not assume it was almost like a denial of the reality of the fact that, but you're the one that's on stage.
For sure. You're the one that God's going to use.
And you're the one that's getting a check. And you're the one whose name is on the marquee. So why now do you want to be hidden? That is your picture doing this on the album cover. That made me so mad that they are trying to be hidden all of a sudden. Lord, I don't want them to see me with your sequin dress. I don't want them to see me. Let them see you. Here's the thing. This is my unpopular opinion.
Yeah, let's hear it.
The point is for them to see you. I want to read this scripture. All right, so it's always really interesting to me what the Bible like leaves in and like what details it decides are important enough to like keep in here. All right, so John 12, Jesus was hanging out with Lazarus. They're giving a thank you dinner because he just raised Lazarus from the dead. You got Martha, you got Mary, all that. They're doing their thing. They're spraying perfume. They're doing they're throwing it up, living it up for, Jesus and all his great work. So anyway, it says in verse 9, meanwhile, a large crowd of Jews found out that Jesus was there and came not only because of him, but also to see Lazarus, whom he had raised from the dead. So the chief priests made plans to kill Lazarus as well, for on account of him, many of the Jews were going over to Jesus and believing in him. So again, meanwhile, a large crowd of Jews, they came not only to see Jesus, but also to see Lazarus. And even the people that were trying to ruin Jesus's campaign and reputation and just kill him, they now realized they had to also do something about Lazarus because people were paying attention to him. They were attracted to him because he was the blessed. Yeah, the blesser's there. The pure God, Jesus, is there. But people are always going to want to validate and see the actual human that he blessed. And so all I'm saying is, a lot of us artists, especially in this worship space, we get all nervous about, I don't want to take too much attention. And, what about if I make too much of a spectacle? Is God still being glorified? All that other stuff. And then you have somebody on the extreme that says, you know what? We'll just Lord, hide me. They don't even need to know my name. And I think that they really miss out on a very big opportunity to do what God has called us to do. And that's not to hide our face. That's not to hide our name and hide our testimony. It's to make a billboard out of it sometimes. Yeah, we can take it overboard and get too celebrity driven and all that other stuff. But at the end of the day, I would always teach artists, hey, don't shy away from the light. Go ahead and own it. That's the way people are going to follow you as you follow Christ. That's just the way it is. I don't know why people are wired this way, but they tend to believe what they see. And oftentimes, the first thing they're going to see is us. My unpopular opinion is all that hiding that us Christian artists are encouraged to do is counterproductive. They want to see you, flaws and all, testimony and all, because we're the ones that make this whole Christianity thing, this Jesus thing, we're the ones that help make it real for them. Don't be scared. I love y'all so much. Thank you for tuning in to the Book of Jon. I got my brother over here, Brunis. Thank you so much for tapping in. I'll see y'all next week.